Step right up, let's take the dive. Crypto world is coming alive. From XRP to the blockchain beat. Join the crew, we're pioneers meet. Got builders, dreamers, paving the way. Multi-chain vibes, we're here to stay. Wanna know? Don't wait, let's go. Dip a toe, join the Web3 flow. Take a step, explore the scene. Dip a toe, show, living the dream. From the ledger to the stars we climb. Crypto's future, it's our time. Dip a toe, yeah, take that chance. Join the vibe, let's crypto dance. It's a crypto dance. Faces of crypto, stories we share. Early adopters, they're everywhere. From XRPL to the Web3 wave. Bold moves, only we're here to pave. Melissa and Simon, they light the way. Every week it's a crypto play. Wanna know? Don't wait, let's go. Dip a toe, join the Web3 flow. Take a step, explore the scene. Dip a toe, show, living the dream. From the ledger to the stars we climb. Crypto's future, it's our time. Dip a toe, yeah, take that chance. Join the vibe, let's crypto dance. Let's crypto dance. No advice, just a spark to ignite. Do your research, keep your vision tight. Community strong, we're building the way. Dip a toe show, here to stay. Take a step, explore the scene. Dip a toe, show, living the dream. From the ledger to the stars we climb. Crypto's future, it's our time. Dip a toe, yeah, take that chance. Join the vibe, let's crypto dance. Don't take a chance, don't be shy. Crypto's calling, we're reaching the sky. Join the movement, come take a look. Web3's rising, the world's been shook. Ooh.
The world's been shook. Ooh. We're about to shake it up tonight, Simon.
Just shake it, baby. Shake what your mama gave you. Let's go.
Yeah, shake it.
Welcome to the Dip a Toe Show, broadcasting on IMU TV. Let's go. I love
30 countries, guys.
30
Welcome.
countries. I mean, that's awesome. That's awesome. How are you doing?
Man, I'm doing fantastic. I am so excited for this show. I've been looking forward to it for so long. And I mean, people are chomping at the bit. I don't even know how many comments are in here. Oh yeah, somebody says, when legends choose to arrive at the party early, you must know it's something very special. Heck yeah, Jay, it's definitely something special tonight. Who else we got in here, Simon? We got the OGs in the house.
Oh, we do. We got always the Lloyd. Much love to our wonderful friend Lloyd is in the house tonight. Silver Days, love you. And actually, you know what? Silver Days was first. I just want to show this right here. Silver Days was first in the comment section at 4:04 a.m. I'm assuming that's West Coast, so that must have been 7:04 a.m. Silver Days, man, I love you. We appreciate the love, but I mean, at least give somebody else a chance. Come on, brother. Just trying to own the crown of that.
He has got the crown for sure.
We got DCA Crypto Dave is in the house tonight. Texas Guns, boom, boom, baby. Give
him a 1-2.
Yeah, 1-2, 1-2. Well, let's see who's else up is in the house. We got Jay's in the house. Where's my lovely Dark Soul sister? Where is the Miss Keita?
Keita?
Yeah, where is Keita? Keita, I know you in here. I know you
she'll be in here.
She'll be in here. Okay, that's good. We got the bosses in the house tonight, watching and listening on X right there as well. We got Corn. Wow, my mouse is starting to freak out just like your camera does on some of these shows. Oh, it literally is someone taking over my mouse. Corn's in the house tonight. Let's go. Kendall, much love to you, brother. That is a very soulful individual right there. I love you, Kendall. Who else in the house? Oh, Miss Stephanie. What's good, Miss Stephanie?
Stephanie's in London at the event for midnight. Yeah. She's got a big maybe she'll join us in the after space tonight at 10:10 and tell us about it.
That would be great. I will. Gosh dang it. One of these days I'm going to get a life where I can do whatever I want, whenever I want.
No worries.
And of course, we always have the positivity of the vibes and frequencies in the house. The mystically optimistic Prime is in the house with us tonight. Much love to you, North PNW sister. And also, Tanch, what's good? What is good? Hello, family. How are you? And of course, we got the world be free and the Simon Says Crypto in the house with all the other Dipitos in this flow tonight. We have some heavy hitters in the house tonight. I'm gonna let you take it away. Who do we have tonight?
I'll tell you what, guys. Tonight we entitled the Music on the Ledger, XRP Ledger Artists, Tokenized Beats, and AI Threat, ? Threat to Songwriters. Tonight we're diving into the electrifying intersection of music, creativity, and blockchain, as we're going to spotlight 4 innovative artists blending their craft with crypto tech. Whether you're a melody maker or a crypto curious person or just here for the cool Dipito Show vibes, this lineup is set to inspire and ignite conversations about the future of art and music in the digital age. Now, Simon, here's the lineup, okay? We have Prezino Songs. He's an award-winning Afrobeat sensation from Nigeria, crowned the king of Afro seduction vibes as an ICT trainer of masterpiece art on XRP. He's going to drop insights on launching his music NFTs via the XRP Ledger, turning beats into blockchain gold. And so we have a little music song so we're going to play that. We also have Dale at Defart. You guys might know him as Defart on X. He's from Australia, and he's a visual artist and revolutionizing the game by tokenizing his stunning works directly on the XRP Ledger. We're going to hear how he's bridging traditional artistry with crypto's borderless canvas, empowering creators worldwide. This guy, super talented, guys. If you're not familiar, you're gonna meet him. And we also have Spiffy, Steve Spiffler, very popular guy on X. A lot of people know who he is. He's the host of Spiffy Radio. He's an XRP trailblazer. He fuses his music with soul, with blockchain's edge. So we're going to talk about his collaborative projects that amplify artists in the Web3 area. Super, super inspiring guy. I've watched what he's done as far as tokenizing his music, and from what I can see, he's done everything right in the way that he presents it. He makes it easy for people to purchase his NFT. It's just very straightforward. So looking forward to that. And finally, guys, we have Chris Thorstein. I know I'm going to say this wrong. Thorsteinsson from Doc Walker. He's got 3 decades shaping Canada's country scene. He's a guitarist, a vocalist, and songwriter for the iconic band Doc Walker. Chris brings his battle-tested wisdom. He's a die-hard Bitcoin early adopter who runs his own node, and he's going to unpack the double-edged sword on AI and singer-songwriters. Is it creative liberation, or is it an existential threat? So I'm really looking forward to talking with all of these guys. It's going to be a very interesting show. What do you say we bring them in?
Let's bring them in. Gentlemen, hello, and welcome to the Dipito Show.
Thanks for having us.
Man, I've been, like I said, I've been so excited all week, for weeks actually, because I had this idea for a month or so longer, booking you guys in, and I just thought you guys would fit so well together with all of your experience and in a wealth of knowledge. So I'm super, super excited. What we'd like to do here on Dipito show is first we'd like to go around the room and have you tell us a little bit about yourself. I'm going to try to get us in this. And we're going to start with, if I can get you over there, we're going to start with you, Chris. Welcome to the Dip a Toe Show. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. Been looking forward to this.
Man, so please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I mean, I've been a musician my whole life. We started Doc Walker back in the early '90s, and with a good friend of mine, Dave Wasley, who is from a small town of about 10,000 people in the middle of Canada, and he was a rock guy. I was a country guy, but everything seemed to gel together and work, and we both loved songwriting. So it's just been 30 years of writing songs and making records, and we were fortunate enough to, head down to Nashville and find some good producers, and we've done about 10 or 11 records, had some big singles in Canada and also in Australia. So it's been pretty amazing, and at some point in the 2017, I guess, 16, 17, 18, I got drawn to Bitcoin, just more investing and looking into different things. And, in Canada at the time, there was nowhere to buy Bitcoin or any kind of altcoins at all. So another friend of mine in a small town, he was a crypto miner. I mean, he'd been already mining on every old computer he could find. So he was quite knowledgeable in it. And I bought a little bit of crypto from him, and he's like, well, why don't you just start to mine and then you can get it for free, well, for your hydro. So anyway, that's how I kind of got into that. And I'm a hands-on kind of guy. I like getting a machine in the mail and going to the back end, setting it up, and then fixing the fans on them. For me, that's what I really enjoy. And then you get some crypto out of it. So been doing that for a long time, and just trying to keep a finger on the pulse of what's happening, and dabbled in the Solana memes when they first came out. And actually, I made a few different Solana meme tokens just because I was bored and it was cheap. And I really loved how the Solana community, when you would launch a meme, you would get a community going. And things have changed a lot over the last while in the Solana space and the memes and stuff. But at the start, it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of great times, and I met so many great people through Telegram and through just meme communities. But still, really, just and when it comes to crypto, it's just mining and Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Litecoin, Zcash. So just the old school dusty ones.
Wow. I can't wait to talk to you more about this stuff. Yeah, that is, I mean, you're an old schooler. So we're going to go around the room and finish introducing everybody. And then we're going to come back to Chris and hear his story and, get to know him a little bit better. I wonder if I was going to have Preszino go next, but I don't see that his camera's on. So let's go to Dale here real quick. Oh, let's get over there, Dale. Hello, Dale. How are you? Welcome to the Dip a Toe Show. How are you tonight?
Hi. I'm good. It's in the middle of the day for me, so it's nice. Nice hanging out with you guys.
Fantastic. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, yeah, like an NFT artist. I've been making NFTs for I think about like 4 years or something, and like that'd be like 5 years. And yeah, I've been an artist all my life, just making art. And yeah, like I've always liked to create and sorting out businesses and stuff like that. So NFTs and trying to do that has been my main focus. I also like to garden. Helps me get away from crypto, which is good to keep my head balanced.
Yeah. How long have you been in crypto?
Yeah, probably around like since November 21 or like mid 21. So it's been a couple of years. I started on like ETH originally, but the gas fees were crazy. So I moved to Algorand and then built on there for a couple of years. But then it sort of got pretty quiet. It was hard to sustain myself. So, and then someone suggested XRP. So for like the last maybe 2 and a bit years, I've been like active on XRP building, and yeah, it's been great.
Fantastic. Well, we're super excited, and I can't wait to talk more with you later because I can't wait to show the people why I saw something and I was like, this guy's coming on the Dip and Toe show. But we're gonna save that. So you guys got to stick around. There's 48 of you in here. If you guys would please like, share, and subscribe. Let's get as many people in here as possible. But let's go to Spiffy. Spiffy, welcome to the Dip and Toe show. How you doing, my friend?
Good, good. How are you guys? Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Fantastic. Tell our audience a little bit about yourself.
My name is Steve, or Spiffy, some call me. I'm an artist here on the XRPL. I've been doing music for about 15, 16 years. Decided to bring my music over here about a year ago, a year and some change. And it's probably been the best thing that I've done as a, music career choice. Yeah, and I'm just having a blast and loving the community building and just being able to express and release my art and my music and my videos. And yeah, it's a beautiful place, man. It's I always say it's the ground floor over here, but yeah, just been having a
Absolutely.
blast.
Well, I tell you, like I said, I've been looking around. I research all the people that we bring on Dip a Toe, and you're definitely doing things correctly as far as I can see. I try to look at things from a newbie perspective, and it seems as though you're doing it correctly. Making it easy for the people to come in. And so, yeah, I can't wait to talk to you a little bit more. Let's get Preshzino. Can you tell me how to say your name correctly? Because I keep thinking I'm saying it wrong.
You definitely said it correctly. It's Preshzino songs. So that was like Precious. Precious is literally my real name. And it's great to be here with you all, Spiffy, Dell, and all the legends. And shout out to everyone who's watching us right now. And my name is President Songs. I'm an Afrobeat artist from Nigeria. And music is my passion. Music is what I love to do. Music is how I express my emotions. And thank you guys for having me here today.
Well, we're excited to have you here. And how long have you been into crypto?
All right, so I started crypto like that was late last year. That was when I came into Web3. But I've known about crypto since like 2022, but I never actually was too into it until late last year when I started music NFTs and coming to the XRPL and seeing how everything went. It was just amazing. That's what I call XRPL my home. And that's the journey.
Man, well, that's awesome. You've come a long way in a short amount of time, my friend. Welcome to Dip a Toe. Thank you for joining us. We'll circle back around to you. But Simon, first we're gonna go back to Chris and talk about AI and singer-songwriting.
Boy, there's a loaded question.
Yeah.
We're looking down the barrel of a loaded gun. Who knows?
Well, I mean, you've been a professional songwriter for 30 years. When did you first realize AI was going to be a serious factor in music creation?
Well, I think the minute AI started, I started using, I think it was like a DaVinci app or something where it could make a cartoon dance. And I knew the minute that happened that eventually something was gonna happen with songwriting. We've always, as songwriters, we used to have it was called Master Writer. It was a program you could have on your computer, and it had like a rhyming zone, and like it was just an easier way to find rhymes and whatnot. And I know there was a lot of old school guys in Nashville that just hated that. They thought it was just, if you can't write a song with a guitar, then you shouldn't be writing a song. And it was just a tool. I actually, my co-writer Dave used it quite a bit, and it was quite beneficial. I just didn't want to pay for it, so I didn't have it. But it was a tool, right? It was beneficial to use. It speeded up the process. The trick about AI is what is the listening public, you know, do they know it's AI or do they know it's real? That's the only thing I'm concerned about. Like, I mean, say as a Doc Walker song, I've used some AI apps and I was actually quite shocked how good they were. But after using it more and more, I mean, it was a pretty cheap version, so I'm sure the more you pay for it and the more time that goes on, the better it's going to get. But you know, for me, I'm using it as a tool because I mean, the way I usually write is I'm a story guy, so I wait for a story to pop in my head or somebody say something that makes me think of a story, and then I'll think of a hook and try to write it. I found with the AI, I can just sort of plug in, you know, give me an idea, give me a song about, you know, Bubba driving a truck down the road and runs over a skunk, and it's just all this really stupid shit. And it spouts out this kind of stupid song, and I laugh, and then I get a few ideas, and then I just sort of go on my own way. So it's an interesting tool. I haven't used it in a while because I did find that mostly when AI would create the whole song, the vocal track and the, you know, the arrangement, then I would kind of get married to that, and I would always sort of go back to the well. So I'm kind of looking and searching for new ways to use AI to help writing because, you know, you got to remember our first song came out on a cassette. That's how old I am. And then we moved to CDs, and then we moved to downloading. And one of our first big singles, Rocket Girl, came out pretty much the week that Napster drops. So I was wondering why we weren't selling any records.
Oh, man.
Everybody was getting it for free. So,
Right.
And then Apple came out where you could buy it for $1, and then streaming came out, and all us musicians, we have a joke, you know, on a pair of jeans, you have that useless little front pocket. There's like a really small pocket.
Yeah.
That's for your streaming checks.
Right.
But so, you know, it's been an uphill battle for every musician throughout the years. And you just have to adapt, and AI is not going away. So, you know, and I've talked to a lot of people about this. I know Dave, my co-writer there, his major problem, and I do agree with it, is say somebody takes, if I say, let's write a song like AC/DC, but change it to this, and I end up using it, as a writer, I feel that royalty should be shared with, you know, AC/DC. If you do rip off the song, I guess they'll sue you, but it would just be nice for me to find, if there was a way that you could track what AI is using to generate these songs to help pay the artists that have already written them. But I mean, that's just something I'm hoping, you know.
You know, one thing I want to take your perspective on is, so I was talking with somebody the other day about AI and songwriting, and I know that there are some singer-songwriters that are adamantly against it, and others that are, you know, that are like, it's fine with them. And what I was thinking is, like, back in the day, singer-songwriters would write their songs, and they would take it to their agents or to whoever was going to, you know, publish their music and that. And sometimes they would want you to write with other writers. And then, or they would want to change the way that you created the song and all of that. And through all of that, all that money is coming out of your own pocket. It's like reducing what it is. And with AI, I am not a singer-songwriter. I did write the Dipito Show opening song, and putting it in AI, and then like what came out was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it sounds like this. This is fantastic, you know?
Yeah.
But I thought, like, there was just like a couple of words that weren't quite right. And I said to AI, like, what would be a better words to put in place of this or that or whatever, which is what I would think could be similar to what you guys do, where you're collaborating with other singer-songwriters and you're coming up with a song, you know, kind of hashing it out, where this you could kind of hash out yourself, right? With AI to envision. And I wondered what you thought of that, making it maybe even being empowering for a singer-songwriter who basically, like yourself, can write a song, but maybe you hit a roadblock, and, you know, where you used to get input from someone else, now you're getting input from an AI. What do you think?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I've got some buddies on Telegram that I talk to who are just ridiculously smart. And before AI really exploded, we were talking about AI agents and having AI agents to help run your social media and to do this. This one guy was saying how he could create co-writing AI agent basically that would, learn about me and my songwriting techniques, and it would be like a co-writer I could just pull up whenever I want. But we never did go that route, which I wish we would have. It would be nice to have that in my phone. But I heard an interesting saying on the radio the other day on a talk radio show. They were talking about AI and people potentially losing their jobs to AI, and people, and basically what he said, he goes, people aren't going to lose their job to AI. They're going to lose their job to somebody who knows AI better than you do. And I found that quite interesting because, and I'm not saying as a songwriter, if you don't adopt AI, you're going to get left in the dust. There's going to be some, AI still needs those songs to generate because they have to learn from what's been out there. Or generally that's what they do. So there's still going to be great songwriters. It's like when auto-tune came out, everybody thought, and everybody used it way too much and it sounded like garbage. But it's still being used because it makes it more efficient in the studio doing, if you've got a great emotional line that's a little bit flat or a little bit sharp, it's nice to run it through auto-tune so you can keep the emotion of the performance, but yet, it doesn't sound flat. So using it as a tool is great. I think AI will be the same. It's gonna take a curve. It's gonna take a while for people to learn how to use it and for people to learn how to listen to it, because eventually I think, people will just be AI artists. Like there's already a bunch of them out there that people just create this persona, they create this image, and they write the songs, and that's the artist. So,
yeah.
I mean, if it puts more music in the world, what can I say about it?
Yeah. Simon, do you have any questions for Chris, or any of you fellas have any other questions for Chris?
Well, actually, go ahead. Yeah, Spiffy, go ahead.
Yeah, it's not a question, but Chris, I was wondering, I guess it is a question. Have you ever looked into, potentially Spotify possibly having hundreds, if not thousands, of their own AI artists that they then plug into their own playlist that they curate, and therefore now they're getting the royalty from their own platform?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, Spotify doesn't really pay a whole lot to the artists that they play anyway. So, I mean, it's not like they're, they're losing money because they're paying out a lot of royalties. I forget how much it was, but for like 1 million plays, it's not very much. So unless you're Taylor Swift, of course, right? But yeah, no, I could definitely see. And I mean, you gotta remember these major labels and Spotify, and like they've been at this a long time. I remember, and this is a long time ago, like I'm talking 10, maybe even 15 years ago, that there was an artist that I knew that was in Nashville, and they had a record label they were working with, and they would go have their meetings and they would send songs to the record company, and then they would talk about songs they might want to record and release and whatnot. And at the time, they were actually putting songs through an algorithm that was going to give a percentage chance of if radio was going to play it and if fans were going to like it. And I mean, that's over 10 years ago. So there's always been that hidden elephant in the room. But yeah, I mean, I think with AI, it's the ceiling is totally blown off of what, big corporations are going to do. So it's scary, but you just got to keep plugging away.
Well, Chris, on the other side of AI, I too see it as a tool, right? And I think that the independent artists, such as yourselves, that aren't locked in under a big record deal / contract, you guys are, I think, in a very unique position to where you can spend at low cost, basically just your time, which is, our most precious asset. As you said, learn the AI to where these big companies might have huge teams doing that, but even then, they don't understand the scene in the way that you understand the scene. See, and maybe you agree with this, where I think the artist or artists themselves have the advantage utilizing AI to their advantage versus a record company? As you mentioned 10 years ago, putting a song in an algorithm, hey, how much money are we going to make on that? That's their different mindset. Yours is slightly different. Yours is reactionary. You know what I mean? Profits, of course, yes, but I think there's I think there's something there. So, you know, if a kid today can make a hit song with AI in the afternoon, what is the value within that versus, say, decades of a craft that might be suffering for real songwriters?
Like, to me, it's the touring aspect. Like, we've been touring for years. And I mean, I even go to some of the newer artists today. Like, we played 250 days a year in bars for 6 days a week back in the 90s, and learned our craft and built a fan base. And through 20 years of making records, we've built a fan base. And now that we're more of a legacy act and older, we still have people paying tickets to come to the show. I think if you're a young artist and using AI, if you can find a way to have an outlet to perform. But I mean, if you have really no talent, but you're smart enough to make a AI song, it's just going to be, here today, gone tomorrow. But I mean, if you can actually sing and perform,
and there's huge difference there. Yeah,
then you can. And so, say you even promote yourself as an AI/artist, where you just come out and say, I don't know how to write songs, but I want to express myself. So I told a story to AI, and it came up with this. I mean, what's wrong with that? Like, you're getting your emotions out there. And now I know there's going to be so many songwriters that are going to want to, choke me for saying that, but I love writing songs. But I mean, quick story, we were sitting around a campfire at a campground, and I had this AI app out, and we were a lot of beers in, and I think we wrote about 2 albums of songs that I can't even say the titles on here now. But I mean, you would just say,
just so fun.
God, I can't even say one title, but anyway,
it's so funny though. It's fun, right?
I love it when y'all get it in the box and you start get creative with all the influences.
With 2 minutes, we'd have a song, and then somebody would say, "Well, what about this title?" And I'd put it in. 2 minutes later, we're playing it on the speaker, and it was a lot of fun. But that's what it is fun, right? On a serious note, as a writer, it's definitely going to threaten songwriting, but it just really makes you you have to adapt, and you just have to keep working and working and working, because real songwriters will write real songs.
Absolutely. And like it goes back to, like you said, can you perform it and entertain folks, right? There is a difference between someone like myself that wrote a song. I will say it has inspired me to tap back into that part of me. That, when I was younger, I was doing things like that all the time. And then, got older, life got in the way, and, I kind of got away from it. And I was pleasantly surprised what came out. Right. And so it was very encouraging. And so, yeah, I definitely think it's a tool. I want to play a song for folks so that if they know who you are. So if you don't mind, I'm going to share this beautiful song from Doc Walker. Let's see if I can get it up there. This is called A Beautiful Life, guys. Check it out. Hopefully everybody can hear it.
This old house, it's covered in dust. This old house has seen better days. This old car, it's turned from red into rust. This old car dreams of the old highway. Well, this old river, it still twists and turns. This old river, it used to run untamed. And this old town, Its heart still burns in this old town, still runs through my veins. It's been a beautiful life. Whoa, I've been along for one hell of a ride. Even though I may be falling apart, whoa, it's been a beautiful life. Well, these old shoes, they've walked for miles and miles. These old shoes, they've walked through life unafraid. This old guitar, I got it when I was a child. This old guitar, it still has something to say. It's been a beautiful life. Whoa, I've been along for one hell of a ride. Even though I may be falling apart, whoa, it's been a beautiful life. Oh, these eyes, they've seen laughter, tears. In these eyes, they still see something new. In this old heart, but still got a few more years. In this old heart, it will always love you. It's been a beautiful life. Whoa, I've been along for one hell of a ride. Even though I may be falling apart, whoa, it's been a beautiful life. It's been a beautiful life. Whoa, I've been along for one hell of a ride. Even though I may be falling apart, whoa, it's been a beautiful life. Such a beautiful life.
That's great.
That was fantastic, huh?
That's
I
great,
love
man.
it. I love it, guys.
AI can't do that.
I
Go
haven't
ahead,
seen
AI.
that. I haven't seen that video in a long time. Where did you find that one?
I found it on your
Maybe it's in the
website.
YouTube
When I was searching around, I found the original video, and then I was like, "Oh, this is a live performance. I would love to play a live performance." So
yeah, I haven't seen that in a while, but yeah.
yeah, it was. I love the song. It was awesome. But you know, there's the difference right there, folks, between an AI artist who is not a real person singing, and with someone who can play music and sing the song live. There's nothing like a real world connection with an artist, you know, and so. Before we move on to Precious, I did want to talk to you a little bit, and the rest of you guys can chime in as well if you have any questions for him. But you run a Bitcoin node, and I was curious on where do you see Bitcoin or crypto in general as part of a solution for artists that to get fairly paid in the as we're coming in. What are your thoughts on that? Have you tapped into that side?
Well, I'd really hope so. I haven't done enough homework on it, and I'd really like to dive into the XRP platform for that, because, you know, I've searched a few things out. There was some kind of blockchain record companies in Europe I was talking back and forth with, and I haven't had the time. But I mean, I really do believe that, you know, blockchain is a place that I found for, you know, not financial freedom. It's not like I have 50 Bitcoin or anything, but the Bitcoin or the Litecoin and Dogecoin that I have is it's a sense of freedom that it's yours and it's on a ledger, and it's, nobody can take it from you unless you're, you know, dumb enough to put it on an exchange and get hacked or something. But it's I find that it makes sense for music and blockchain to work together. And if anybody has more information about that, I'm not definitely one to talk about it, but I know how inspired I am for that day to come, where I can start releasing stuff on the blockchain, and I don't know about NFTs, but just being more active and getting, we have a lot of fans in Canada, and I've with the Solana memes, I didn't want to do anything at all with my fan base on that, because I just didn't want them to be a part of that that thing. But as far as introducing them to blockchain and just understanding it, I would love to be the person that can do that, and just reach out and say, hey, my music's going to be on blockchain. I want to take a lot more over to the blockchain,
and Chris, this is why I have you on, because you have 3 gentlemen that are tokenizing their works on the XRP ledger, and I wanted you to meet them because I see you as opening a door for someone like yourself who already has the 30-year track record, taking it in a different direction for yourself and experiencing that. I think it's incredible opportunity for you.
Well, enough with me then. Get these other guys on. I want to hear some more about this.
All right, let's go. So we got up next, we got Precious. How you doing this evening? Thank you for coming. Do we got sound? We got sound for you?
Can you guys hear me good now?
He's got it.
All right. I'm doing great. So you decided to call me Precious today. Well, I really appreciate that too.
Is that what you want me to call? Is that what you want? That's what I thought. That's what I'm like.
He's like, no.
You don't.
He's like, if I meet.
I thought you said that's what everybody calls you.
I said you can call me whatever. My name is Precious. My name is Fresh. Some people call me Zeno. All of them are my name. So whatever you feel like calling me, I'm good with it.
I would love to call you Fresh. Is that fine?
That's fine.
All right. Love it. Let's go. So you're dropping full music NFTs on the XRP ledger. Can you walk us through what made you say I'm putting my entire catalog on the XRP ledger instead of, say, Spotify or some other chain, or do you have it on other chains?
All right. Thank you, Melissa, for asking that question. So I literally started putting my music on the XRPL late last year, and it was like a journey. But I actually collaborate with artists. Like when I see talented artists who draw the art, like the recent music I dropped, that was Dimension. So this was like my recent minted out music collection, and this was a collaboration with Zamora. So Zamora is actually an artist in the XRPL, and I was on Shenanzi Space with Mohica when I saw Zamora's art, and I was contemplating who to use, which artist can draw what I'm actually trying to describe in the song. And I reached out to Zamora, and I talked to him that I just released a song, and the song is Dimension. And I want to send that song to you, and I want you to create the lyrics in drawing, represent what I'm saying in that song in art. And that was how I sent the lyrics to Zamora, and he listened to all the lyrics, he listened to the music over and over, and he created all the art for the collection. And it was a collection of 111, which got minted out like 2 weeks ago. I was so excited about that.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And this is actually my first minted out music collection of the XRP, which there are more to come. And it means a lot to me. But when I was in the process of putting my music on the XRPL, like embedding my music into the NFT, it was a hard task. I mean, it took me like 3 days, up to an extent that I had to write Spiffy and say, "Hey, Spiffy, you're being the one doing music NFTs all the time. How can I impute my music to the metadata of the NFTs?" And he gave me directions to talk to Cafe and all of that. But I was not still getting the right guidance. And it took me like the first day I tried, but I didn't get it. And then the second day he sent me some codes, and I tried to code and code my music NFTs into the metadata. So that was me doing this for the very first time. And XRP was one who made me learn how to do that. And it was this collection was actually a journey for me, learning how to do this and pushing and releasing these NFTs, pushing day by day. And this was minted out, and like releasing music is on XRP is just awesome for me because I'm able to share my music in a different kind of way. And I'm not releasing my music only on just Web3. I want my music to go all over the world. That is the reason why when I release on the XRP and when it gets minted out, because XRP will be the first to go getting to listen to the song and owning the song. And after it gets minted out there, that's when I would now release it on all musical platforms and shoot videos for it. So that's actually been my major goal and purpose since I started joining the XRP.
Fantastic. Yeah, and the XRP Ledger has their toolkit, and it's a very the community for the XRP Ledger. They're very helpful, aren't they? Like you said, you found an artist, you reached out, and the person was like excited to help you and put the visuals to your lyrics. What opportunity do you see as far as actually making money? So like you said, your song minted out, your NFTs minted out. That had to be an incredible feeling because there is no middleman, right?
No middleman at all. So it was an incredible feeling because even when you have your music on Spotify, it's gonna take a lot to be able to get streams that can pay you that much just in a little time. You understand? And after releasing that, I was able to split the royalties between me and the artist who drew the art and all of that. So it was also an exciting moment for him, also Zamora. And like I'm just blessed to be here in the XRP Ledger.
That's the other thing too. What you just brought up is you can create it so that it automatically goes. It gets divided where it needs to go. The royalty, right down to the royalties of these NFTs. So if someone sells that NFT to somebody else, you can set it up so that you still get royalties from that NFT, or you can divide it up to, like you said, yourself and the artist. And it seems like it's such an incredible opportunity for you guys. And finally, I mean, you're on IMU TV as well, right? We're the first educational channel for crypto on IMU TV, streaming in 30 countries. You are also an artist on IMU TV, and they're a platform that's really helping artists gain their sovereignty, I should say, in the space, get their reach out there to all these people. It doesn't cost you anything to be an artist on there. And then here you are tokenizing your NFTs to the world, and you're in Nigeria, right? You're in Nigeria. And I mean, it's just incredible that you're sitting here talking to us and we know about your music,
That's right. And I'm taking this all over the world, worldwide.
I love it. I wish I had a video to put. I didn't know which one of your videos, but I do have the song that you sent. Yeah, if you would you rather me play a video than a song, the song that
Okay. Okay, so if you want to play a video, then I'm going to give you a video of the song that I did as a music NFT myself, featuring Look of the Smoke, and the art was made by Dell. So that song is titled Unforgettable. So
I had no idea you guys work together. That is awesome. All right, man, let's go.
so
Are
it
you gonna
has,
drop it in the chat? Are you gonna drop it
okay,
in the private chat?
I literally sent it to you as a message right now.
As a message. Okay, let's see. Where did it go? Did you send it in this chat or in the
On your X.
on my X? On my X. Where for I
Don't worry,
got it.
Melissa.
I got
If your
it,
screen goes
baby.
out, if your camera turns off, I got it. Don't you worry. We're gonna
Yeah, we're
play.
doing
We're
good
gonna play
so
match and
far.
win.
We're doing good so far. Yeah, I am just digging this show so much right now. Let's see. I'm gonna share this to the stage. Don't want to leave the studio. Oh, not
Don't do
this.
that.
Okay, and
Don't
don't
end the
do
stream
that.
either. And don't
Don't
end the stream
don't
either.
end the stream
Don't end
either.
the stream either. They put that sneaky button down low in the studio where they end the stream.
I could find it and drop it real quick. I got you guys.
I got it.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Let me get this really big here. Dink to dink.
There we go. Yep.
Just to be precise, to let you know that I decide. Remind you the time is right. So many thoughts on my mind. If you're hearing me, show a sign. We'll never take your love for granted. Anytime we they talk, I they listen. Only God knows the time and season. If I know day with you, I'm missing ya. Still can't spell that I misspell. Hold on tight, but you still be there. Only you know me well. Don't wanna lose you. Still can't spell that I misspell. Hold on tight, but you still be there. Only you know me well. Unforgettable, unforgettable. If I can't have you, then nobody can have it all. Cause you're unforgettable. Memories that cannot erase. Unforgettable. If I can't have you, then nobody can have it all. Cause you're unforgettable.
Girl, I love you and everything about you. I wanna be around you and I'm always thinking about you. I love when you're around, cause you always hold it down. When I'm with you, my feet fell off the ground. My head's in the clouds, and I ain't worried about those crowds. My heart was a lock, you know you have those keys. You put my mind at ease, you are the one that gets no 2 or 3. I'm so happy I'm here in the right time. If I had the chance, I would love you for every lifetime. You're running through my mind like it's a track. I can't forget about you, I'm always thinking back about that first time. Remember I saw your face, then and there I knew my place. It was by your side, always down the ride. Hop in my automobile, baby, let's cruise. When I'm with you, I can never lose. We got a good thing going, you and me. I'm trying to kick it till eternity. We're like peanut butter and jelly, you know we go together. And if we're not there yet, then we'll grow together. I'll always keep it real, I'll tell you how I feel. You got a heart of gold that you know I wanna steal. Baby, let's make a deal, no need to complicate, no need to hesitate. Today's a perfect date, I don't wanna wait. The apple of my eye and a sweet cherry pie. If we don't forget that my love can never die, and that's why you're so
Unforgettable, unforgettable. If I can't have you, then nobody can have it all. Cause you're unforgettable. Memories that cannot erase. Unforgettable. If I can't have you, then nobody can have it all. Cause you're unforgettable.
Huh? What is up, man? That is just fantastic. Like I loved it. That was great. That was great. Simon, you got any questions, or any of you guys have any questions?
Actually, I do. First question, Presh, um, do you make your own beats just by yourself? Because that beat was really good. I like that beat right there. It was real good. That's very unique for, at least I'm here in the States. We don't get a lot of nice, smooth, like kind of jazzy mellow, right? Like that takes me back to the '90s, when we had like stuff like Boys to Men rocking around in the States, man. That was good. So, anyways, to answer the question, do you make your own beats?
No, I don't make beats. So most of the time, my producers actually work with producers from the United States. So some producers from Atlanta, Georgia, they send the beats over to me, and I go to the studio and record and send back to them. But this one was made by my Nigerian producer over here. His name is Solid, and is also coming to the XRPL newly, and he made the beats. And then I sent it to Look Up the Smoke. Then Look Up the Smoke said, "Oh, he loved it," and that was how I wrote on it and sent back to him. He did his own part, and then sent back to me, and the producer mixed and mastered all of it, and that's how I released it.
Wow, fire, man. Fire. That's amazing. I love the fact that uh you're able to do that as an artist and go across, to different continents, sending the music back and forth just like that, and have a quick collab. Like, how long did it take from start to finish, excluding the video time, to create that song?
All right, so sometimes when I'm writing my music, I tend to write based on my emotion, based on
Mhm.
what I'm feeling, and I put myself in other people's shoes. That is the reason why when you listen to my music most of the time, I touch different aspects of life in one song so that everyone who's listening to it can actually relate to it in one way or the other. And I can take one day to write a song, but for this song, Unforgettable, I wanted it to be unforgettable. So it took me like a week after writing the first verse. I sent that to Look Up the Smoke, and Look Up the
Mhm.
Smoke was going through some stuff. So he actually sent that back to me after like a
Mhm.
week. And
Mhm.
after that, I sent that to my producer, and he did the mix and the mastering. So I'll just say approximately that song took like 2 weeks to finish up that masterpiece. And after we did that, then we started shooting the video like the after a week from that. So the whole thing was over like a month to the music and the video together because
Wow.
he had to shoot his own part of the video over there in the US, and I
Right.
had to shoot my part over here, and then he sent his own part. So it was my videographer over here who did the mixing of everything together.
I love that, man. You got 1 month and boom, there it is, and that's global, man. You couldn't do that back in the day. Chris knows this. Chris knows that. That's efficient right there. That's efficient. Well,
Yeah.
thank you, Presh. Thank you. Go ahead,
I
Melissa.
so you also have the Masterpiece Fine Art Project. Can you explain that to us a little bit? What is that, and why should someone try to steal your idea because it's so great?
So the masterpiece fine arts was literally brought about by Glenn. So Glenn is one of a top collector, a top OG on the XRPL, and he loved promoting fine arts. And we usually go to Mohicans and Shenanzi fine art space, and some artists are not able to like wake up that time because it's a thing of all the different artists are from different time zone. So some artists who are unable to meet up to the time when Mohica, Glenn, Force, and Shinazi are hosting this space, then they could come to the Masterpiece Fine Arts space, which is late nights for us, which is like 10 p.m. my time, and that is when different artists, different masterpiece artists come to the space and share the masterpiece art. And in that process, most of them get sales of their arts and all of that. So it's like a gallery. It's like you're coming to a gallery and sharing your art and seeing collectors who can collect your art if they resonate with what you do. So it's just an amazing place and amazing thing that Glenn is building for the whole XRPL too.
You know, the thing that really strikes me the most with all of you artists that are tokenizing on the XRP ledger or any of the other blockchains, quite frankly, you really have cut out the middleman. You've cut out the manager type deal, right? You figured out that you can go on a platform like X or like some of these other platforms and share your music, share your ideas. You collaborate with each other, you explain it, and you're able to sell your art directly to your audience. And for me, that is something that is like huge. There's either they're going to like you or they're not, right? Either they're going to see value in what you're offering or not. Unlike how they push mainstream media, music, and that sort of stuff on us, telling us that that is what we are supposed to like, right? I've always been one to like the music that is off the beaten path, and I've always thought that there are so many talented people in the world that sing and create far better, far greater than what I'm being fed, what I'm being told I'm supposed to like and support, you know? And so, you creating this masterpiece fine art project, creating a space for folks to come in, is really an awesome thing. And it speaks volumes to all of you artists that are, in my opinion, taking your power back. You're taking your voice back and you're owning it. And it's really exciting to me. I wonder if you can feel that the XRP ledger is helping African artists in ways that maybe some of the other blockchains aren't helping.
So like I said earlier, the XRP ledger is just full of people. The XRP ledger is full of people with loud mind, people who love exploring, people who love community, people who love supporting people, because the most support I've gotten is on the XRP ledger. First of all, when I came into the space, I started going to speaky space and sharing my music and pushing myself. And that is how I got who love what I do. And that was even how I got to know Supreme on speaky space. That was where I knew Supreme. He was the one who also taught me how to dream. Supreme trading ICT concepts. When I saw him, he actually said he loved my music. So it was my music that actually spoke to him and connected us together. And that was how he taught me most things that I never knew, that I know, to everything that the XRP ledger have done to my life. And I'm so happy to also be here in the Deep of Soul show today. And it's literally 3 a.m. over here in Nigeria right now. And I'm up with you guys, so shout out to you.
Oh, Melissa, you're muted.
There you go. There you go. I'm muted. I do want to. So I know, Chris, you said you have to leave. You had to leave at 9. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, if you have to leave, and then for some reason you're able to come back and pop in, we'll add you back to the stage to say your goodbyes. And thank you for coming on the Dip and Toe Show.
Right, and I'm going to be watching the rest and doing a lot more research about the XRP and putting music onto there, but so growing up in a music industry where you had a manager and you had a record label, and even now when we're still releasing music, there's still people within the industry who used to work at record labels or starting new labels that I do want to collaborate with, because they have the knowledge and the know-how, and it's always good to have a great team around you. A group of people or somebody on the XRP ledger that sort of promotes music or helps artists.
IMUTV.tv. IMUTV. IMUTV.tv. Would love to hook you up. They're the ones educating independent artists on all they need to do for copywriting, the whole 9 yards. They provide education to artists and promote you guys on their channel. So yeah,
because in the Canadian music industry, whether it be pop, rock, classic rock, or country or whatever, being in the industry for so many years and being in blockchain, there's more and more artists ask about it, and we know a hand, and just regular artists at all, whether it be paintings, anything, they're always interested in NFTs because it was such a big thing a while ago. But I think I'm really going to have to dive into this and learn a lot, so I have more information to spread this word about the XRP ledger, because it sounds so fascinating, and what you guys are doing is truly amazing. I hope you guys can have me back on when I learn a bit more about it. Maybe get something on there, but so I gotta go pick up some volleyball star. So thank you guys so much for having me on, and we'll definitely be checking it out. We'll see you again.
Oh, thank you so much. Have a good rest of your night. And if you're not, all right, have a good night. All right, guys, I got to show this. The next guest. This is the reason why, right here, that I wanted Dale to be on the dip-a-toeing with his feet. And I got so excited when I came across this post that I'm like, oh my gosh, is it not a perfect fit for the Dip-a-Toe show? But if Optimistic Prime just created just much like this, and those things are very touchy. It's very hard to use those things. And the fact that this guy is able to draw with his feet, I was mesmerized. I probably have watched this video, I don't know, 50 times at least. At least I watched it 50 times. So you're amazing, man. Like, look at this thing, guys. Look at it. It's almost done. I just want to play the whole thing till it's completely finished. Rob Philo says Dale is amazing. I concur. I think this is great. Like, who can do that? Who does that? Huh?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Years of work, and that's what you choose.
Yes, I love it. I had to choose it. I rules. We had to pick that one. Now, so you're one of the few visual artists that's going all in on tokenizing your original works straight to the XRP ledger. I want to know why you picked XRP ledger to begin with. Like, what?
Well, so I was on Algorand, which had like good low transaction fees, really fast to use, and the NFT space was quiet at that time, and basically I was talking to a lot of my mates, and one guy said, yeah, maybe check out XRP. They've got like a marketplace. It's getting some interest. And so just sort of randomly that day, like, because he said, oh, yeah, I'll buy one if you make one. Well, it went on XRP Cafe and minted a tree face. And it was the first one, and I sold it to him. And I was like, all right, well, I know how to sort of start collections sometimes. You know, you make a few artworks and you try and promote them and see if they get any interest. And it just started to get some interest. And like, oh, and as well, the reason I was saying, because Algorand was XRP also had low transaction fees and it was fast. So from a technical point, it was very similar to what I looked for that like I found in Algorand originally and stuff. If I was going to sell my art, I don't want them to be like paying heaps of money for gas. I want them to be able to get it instantly, you know, like, and things like that. And then, yeah, slowly the Tree Faces collection started to grow, and eventually I ended up doing 500, which was pretty crazy. And then I started experimenting with different styles, and now I'm doing my one-of-one collection, which is just like it's just a pure art. And yeah, that's sort of why I chose XRP in the beginning, just because like it was suggested, and because it had the qualities of like what I think a good blockchain should be, which is like cheap and easy to use and fast, as well as all the extra stuff like.
Oh, I don't know why that's not showing up on my thing. Is it showing? Can you see the full picture? Okay. For me, for some reason, it's a big blue screen, so I'm glad. So, what are we looking at here? What was in?
So this is one of my ones that wasn't drawn by my feet. So this is one of my actually editions that I did. There's 100 of them. It's in my editions collection. I just wanted to make something really highly detailed and explore a few different themes, like about ascension and, you know, dealing with mortality and things like that. But mostly it's an artwork, so I'm like an artist, and this is what came out of my head when I was drawing. It probably took about a week. And this is one of my more detailed pieces. I will usually lean into something a bit more simple, but still I love it. And yeah, like I love my fantasy stuff. I love psychedelic sort of art and a bit of like sci-fi fantasy stuff. Yeah, like that's just. And then this one that you're showing here, that's Pat's. So that's one of the animated ones. And what was special about that was when I posted it up and listed it, I saw David Schwartz. He was the CTO for Ripple. He liked it, and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool that he liked the artwork." And then a few seconds later, he commented on it with the screen. It's nuts. So I made a big post about it, and everybody really liked it. And then what I didn't realize was that he hadn't bought any NFTs for like 14 months. And the reason I know that is because there was articles and stuff that were written about it. People were sending me screenshots of articles, and I was like, "You just photoshopped that." But no, it was legit. I was like looking around, and it actually kind of made news, which was really like cool to see. It was surprising. But yeah, it gave me a lot of confidence in what I'm doing. It like, at least for him, like he liked it, and that was a good sign, you know.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean that is one of the things that you know, being again, putting your stuff out there for the world to see is pretty amazing, and then being able to directly sell it to the public. How does that make you feel? Like there's no middleman.
Yeah. I'm full-time solo NFT artist. Sorry, I've done gallery exhibitions before NFTs where you have to talk to the gallery owner, and then they will tell you sort of how they want to do it, and they'll get a commission. And I guess it's similar it's a cafe in a way, but they like relatively their commission is much lower. But they're like, I still need to promote, so I still need to go on social media, and I have to do like when there's other people there, you have to do all the jobs. So you have to be the accountant, the promoter, you know, the art creator, the like checking in with yourself, you know, making sure that you're not burning out, time management, everything. You have to make sure that everything's good, and that's like sort of, I guess, the pro and con of it, that you have total control, and sometimes that's not really what you want. You just want someone to sit down and say, "Hey, Dale, you should just be doing this," and relax. But yeah, part of that is good though, because yeah, if someone just comes up, there's so many people will come up and tell you what they think you should do, which is great. They don't have the same vision sometimes as what you do, so you got to figure out your own vision yourself, and that is like a big thing. That's not just a weekend, you know.
You gotta you gotta
thanks, Devin.
I swear, I mean,
Yeah.
between the drawing with the feet and the mullet, I was like, this guy's coming on dip and toe. There's no question about it. I totally was excited when I saw your stuff, and then just again, like looking for Dale's link tree, Precious link tree. I put the link for Chris's website, and then I'll also put Steve Spiffler's in there as well, so you guys can go and look at their work, because it's just incredible. I do want to know, is there any kind of utility you really do it with your physical art? So like if you drew something and you sold it in a physical form, is there something you can do special with these NFTs?
Well, like so my stuff in a really simple way is fine art, but in terms of it being an NFT, like selling physical art, is there's royalties built in, which is a positive for me, right? So like that doesn't normally happen in the real world, where, you know, Spiffy sells to Simon, and I've never even heard about it. Yeah. And then when it happens in crypto, I get a royalty, which is really nice. Like that can mean then that like I can get passive income and I can survive more from my own NFT. I can see through the blockchain who owns it, and I can do things like airdrops or you know, reward different holders if they hold special things. I can see a reward, or, you know, talk to people and stuff in a bit more like a better way, rather than if it was just in a purely physical world out there. And I know though that Spiffy does some extra stuff, like with his coin. I don't want to speak much because I don't really know the details, but I know that he's got extra utilities and stuff within that. Where for me, I try not trying to add too many extra bells and whistles, just to keep it as pure as it can be, because sometimes it's really like easy to complicate things, and then you have to explain to everybody, then not everybody understands, and then people get confused. That's why I'm trying to make it as simple as I can, and just, yeah, this is one of one art made by me, you know, and like, yeah, you might get some airdrops now and then, but that's a happy, fun extra, you know, like, and sometimes I just want to make art, you know, like, that's where I'm at.
Well, and that's the difference. So this is one thing I think is really things differently. You know, you are a straight up artist selling your artwork, you're not it doesn't appear that you're intending to create a token, do all these things, and like you're saying an airdrop if you have this NFT, and a lot of different projects do that as a way to get themselves out there. They're partnering with other projects and all of that. You are an artist who has figured out that you can tokenize your own works and sell it directly to me.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly, yeah.
And I mean, and so it's like it is what it is. This is the art. And, you know, you have stuff that where it's showing you how you do it, the graduated progression of what is it? Time lapses. Yeah. And so what I see is like, boy, wouldn't it be cool if I bought myself one of those clearance TVs, one of those great, stuck a darn thing in there and the side of it, or ran it on a YouTube or whatever, and just had it hanging on the wall really cheaply, because you can buy them for a couple $100 now, and just display my art.
Yeah.
That you know, my NFTs, blow it up. Like, it's super cool. So I think that's really awesome.
Oh yeah, and like that's even like a bit of a thing. People are building like frames that I think it's on other channels. They're a bit too expensive for me to justify. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool as a technology. I'm
saying it's a workaround. Like I said, I use a television, a big Samsung for my monitor. That's how come a different kind. And I'm like, there's HDMI and USBs that you could stick right into the television and just turn it on, access it, turn it on. It's there. It's hanging on your wall. I mean,
well, even like other ones that I've heard is like, so you've got the PFP that people will have, Twitter banner, but even your phone wallpaper or your laptop wallpaper, people will use art for that. And yeah, I think there's the different feeling for someone like owning the artwork that's on their wallpaper or their banner, compared to if they use a different connection to it, which I think is really important, is the connection to it. Like, even just going back to what you were saying with AI and stuff before, like the knowing that a human made it, I think you can dive into it a bit more and like, yeah, connect with it a bit more.
Absolutely.
I forgot my question. Totally. I got to. Actually, okay. I have a comment. Actually, in my mind, all I see is his pad and his foot. I'm like, I know. I want to leave it. Logos. Like, could we instead of like doing like, you know how you go like to like in Vegas or like any other major city, right? You got artists, right, that would just do the quick cartoon, like 30 seconds. Boom, 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 boom. Here you go, and give me the $20, right? Could we do that like on a live stream, right? Here, I'll drive it to you, boom, boom, boom. There it is, bam. Spiff, you got something to say?
Yeah, with the feet, with the feet in the background, off camera, just.
Yeah, just boom, and that's the instant NFT. Hey, could you drop me this? Bam, and, all right.
I mean, I'm seeing collaborations, right? Like Spiffy can sit.
Gems that are from like that nobody's seen.
Yeah,
just hasn't come out and showed it yet.
Or Fresh, or it's got that low vibe going where you're just like, and then you're like you're doing the fix. You know, I can totally feel it. I can see it going down, guys. Collaboration, keep in touch. I'm just saying.
Actually, I do recall my question. Dale, as just an artist, would you please be so kind as to explain how important it is for an artist to receive not only one royalty out the gate, but as something that you could embed within the NFT, is every time that NFT is sold to another collector, say again, Spiffy sells me one, and then I sell it to Melissa, right? So there's 2 transactions. How important is it for the royalty to be implemented within the NFT in regards to supporting the artist? How important would you say?
Well, like, so let's say this is a weird case, but let's say I broke my hands and feet as well.
Oh, now you gotta work.
Yeah. So now I've got like artworks up there potentially that I could still get some sort of living off. And like, that's crazy, right? Like, first off, just that I wouldn't need to make more. But I think that it also just like the movement of art around, because sometimes like even the cheaper pieces you get like maybe a small amount from that. But where it's negligible sometimes to the buyer seller, they won't even really realize. But for me, that adds up. And so if you count that over years, like it might not be as significant as the primary sales, but that definitely adds up. Like it takes the edge off, you know, a little bit sometimes. If you're like, you know, like I've got everything that I can sell right now. Like now I need to go and make art. But then you do have content up there, and then you can be like, hey guys, there's art up there online, right? You know, I'm not making anything right now, but you can check it out. Then they can be like, well, I really want one right now. And so then when they buy it, I can then still make a little bit of income from that. You know, and it's like, then it also encourages me to promote my past works, right? Because then you promote the whole collection rather than I'm just always being like, hey, ignore from me. You know, like, it changes the whole experience where now people can buy it and flip it, where they, if that's what they wanted to do, or like it's a risk to do that, but it is what some people want to do. And then if I'm aware that that's a thing that people want to get into, like that also encourages me to try and get secondary sales of fine art collecting, where there's the long-term holders, you know, the ones that buy it for art, just love buying to support me, and then there's like flippers and traders, and you know, I try and be aware of all the different groups, so that you can try and maintain that floor, you know, or at least trying to get some movement. So then, if the person does want to try and sell it, maybe they can, and then then from that I can get a little bit of extra. But do you know what I mean? Like,
no, I do. I'm asking because like I know artists that draw, you know, physical pieces and do that, right? And they sell it one time and then it's done, right? And so now being an artist, being able to have a little extra love, you know, from that, because that's still your piece, that's still your work. Like there'd be no transaction if you didn't literally pull out your big toe, put a pin in it, like, you know, that it wouldn't be there, right? You know what I mean? And so I was just thinking of that's got to be actually very, very important that you're still able to, if you want to, or the artist wants to, even from a music standpoint. Every time that, you know, hey, I got first gen this collection, I'll sell it to you, boom, and then you get a little piece of pie from that. Like, I think that's very, very important. Just from the business hands, broke feet, and now you can still at least get a cup of soup at the store because you got a little residual, right?
Yeah.
Well, and I will say this, you guys are so early. All of you that are tokenizing your art on the XRP ledger yet, but when they are, they're going to find you. You're going to be the OGs that have been on the XRP ledger, and these are going to be the ones people want because they'll be first. These are, you know, you guys guys are creating history. You're time stamp, which is pretty remarkable. Pretty remarkable, and you should all be proud of yourselves. I want to get to Spiffy, because, and thank you, because you have been an OG on the XRP Ledger music scene longer than almost anybody that I know. What's the biggest change you've seen here?
All right. Not an OG. Only been here for a year. There's some, like XRP bags.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
OG.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crypto
XRP
Tales.
bags.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Also a couple others and stuff, right? But I think it's, bringing it back to hand-to-hand sales, so to speak, right? Like direct to consumer, opposed to like going middleman, like i.e. in iTunes, Apple Music, et cetera, because when I first started making music, it was like streaming was, not, I don't even know if they were around or maybe like just started kicking up, but I would go to the homie's little gas station, the quick stop that he owned, and he would just let me sell CDs out front, and that's how I made like a lot of my local, I guess, following. And like what was explained earlier with the streaming royalties and stuff, like we have no say on how much streaming company is going to pay an artist, right? And even if you look at what some of these streaming companies like Spotify and stuff are investing the money, Spotify just made a multi-million-dollar investment into like war and like weapons, like, but you guys couldn't give us more than 0.002 cents per stream, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, it kind of is like a way to take that back, and like, yeah, I still got, I've done very well for myself on Spotify, for like a local rapper. I was able to get some playlists, connections early when playlisting was like a fruitful thing on Spotify. So it's kind of like taking them same skills and networking skills and bringing it back, and having control of my music again. And control of my royalties, because I set the price what I want to sell it for. And if I want to give someone a free mixtape, I give them a free mixtape or a free mint or a what have you, But yeah,
How long have you been doing music?
Fuck, freak. I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
That is a long time.
Okay,
that is a long time.
I started in like 2006, like making beats. So I guess if you want to count that as like doing music, but I've been taking it seriously since 2009, say. So
all right.
15, 16,
14,
good handful.
Yeah.
Good handful of years.
How did you stumble onto the crypto space in general, and what inspired you to go, I should be selling my music on the ledger?
So I missed the Solana wave of NFTs. I missed all the other, Ethereum NFTs. I missed a chance to sell music over there. To be honest, I got into XRP. One of my close friends and collaborators, IRL, he goes by Buddy Miggs. He introduced me to XRP, and he's talking about crypto. I was kind of into crypto already. I had some experience.
You got a lot of fans in here, by the way.
Man, shout out to the Spiffs in the building.
I'm like looking at like, sorry to interrupt you, but I'm just like, you have a fan base, Mr. Spiffy. Steven Spiffler, right?
Yeah. To be honest, like, it's just a community and just supporters, and I'm thankful for that, for real. I don't know what I was saying, really, what was asked, but you caught me off guard.
No, just how you got into it and how you missed all of the stuff on Solana and that.
Oh yeah.
Then somebody introduced you to XRP Ledger, and you're like, maybe.
Yeah. So like COVID, maybe right before COVID, I was introduced to XRP Ledger. I bought it like the high, like $1 something, and it just kept dipping. So, I had got a placement, a production placement, a sync placement for an Adidas commercial in China, and I had made the beat from my boy Damon, and Damon assigned to a publishing company. Boom. So my little 15% from that placement was like possibly the biggest check I've ever gotten in music. It was like 15 bands or something like that.
Nice.
After like fees and splits or whatever. And so I took that and just started like DCAing into XRP. Started diving into like the use case. Started basically spent that whole check, maybe outside of like 3,000-4,000 that I use for bills or what have you. Of course, made some bad decisions. Had to sell it for a loss at some. But yeah, that's how I started XRP. Didn't know about the retail side up until about a year ago. I saw tweets and stuff, and I wasn't really active on Twitter at the time. And I said, hey, why not try to work some of this XRP? Dove in. From there, it was just game over. I linked up with Niall. He helped put me on IMU TV early. I linked up with some good people like Crypto Apex. He makes music in the rock community outside of XRP, and just a lot of people like giving me good ideas. Buva, Caesar helping me out on the media side and plugging me and putting me in front of people, in front of spaces, giving me a platform to speak. And it just one day at a time, one step at a time, started porting over all my music, everything I was releasing, and it started to get to a point where, okay, now my unreleased, like how Prashino was saying, like, okay, now I'm going to drop a song here that's unreleased, and I'm not going to release it until it's minted out or what have you, I started with the token, Spiffy token, just to be honest, because I wanted something of my own to build a community with. There was no music NFTs at the time, I don't think. It was just like a small music platform. Worked with Cafe to kind of get it updated and get their marketplace, able to start minting music NFTs. And so that was like a cool accomplishment for me. And I felt like it opened the door for other cats. And now it's easier for me to onboard people, local artists I collaborate with. But yeah, did the token thing. People were like, yo, you should really check out the NFTs. And now up recently, I just found a way to kind of work them all in together. So, I ended up getting a website built where you can mint my music NFTs with the token. And yeah, so it's like just something different. I fuck with I mess with XRP Cafe heavy. Sorry again. And, they've done a lot for me, and I'm still going to be dropping on XRP Cafe, but it's just some tracks where, I'm going to use it to regain supply control for the token, give people a chance that maybe if they bought like higher on the token and maybe they're lower in value, they can kind of trade that up for an NFT and get a song out of it, different stuff like that.
Yeah, I will tell you. So when I first came across your account, I was extremely impressed with how you did it. I'm looking for the actual area because the site that I had come to, it was like you said, you could mint it. Like it was so straightforward how to mint one of your NFTs for just a newbie person coming in. And the way that you've marketed yourself, you've created, like we're considering, like I created the token for the Dip a Toe show with the intent that it's going to be our branding marketing arm of Dip a Toe show, right? And we're going to have it, we'll have NFTs and all of that stuff later, but I've been watching how you guys move. I've been watching how everybody does things, what is successful, what is not successful. And you have it. It's beautiful how you have it put together. You make it easy for your fans to be able to mint your NFT. So hats off to you, presentation wise.
I appreciate that. That process alone, and even like the Spiffy Rewards program, I built like a Discord bot where it's like an automatic giveaway. You know, if you win a giveaway and it's an NFT, it's going to send the NFT to you. If you stream my music and connect your Spotify account, you'll get a point every time you play a song, whether you're at the gym, in the car, whatever. And like the more assets you hold, the more points you accumulate, like on a multiplier. And you could just swap them out for NFTs, swap them out for Spiffy token. I put some Bear token up there, you know, different NFTs. So yeah, I'm just trying to like really bring it all together, and that's like been my most recent plan. But I appreciate you noticing, and yeah, because a lot of hard work and unfortunately a lot of money has gone into it. And you know, sometimes you got to learn the hard way when it comes to hiring people that may say they could build something or code something for you, and
you got to teach yourself. That's
yeah.
what everybody.
Yeah,
So
I know it's frustrating.
This is the
I
thing,
know that's
Spiffy. I will say, my friend Amanda, Optimistic Prime, she's been building for 6 years on the XRP ledger. You got folks like Naya with IMU TV. You got all these people that are relying on others to do the work for them. All of the tools are out there for us to learn how to do ourselves, and it takes time, but there's nobody that can do it like you. Or if you hire somebody to do it, at least you know if they're doing it or they're not doing it right. And like maybe at some point you don't have to do it for yourself, but you know if somebody's doing it or not, right? And so hats off to you, because in my opinion, I see you as somebody who recognizes, and Presh and Dale, you guys have realized what an incredible opportunity that we're all kind of beta testers. We're working all this stuff out. We're trying to figure it out. You, Steve, have taken all the different elements, all the different pieces, and you're like, how can I use this to my advantage as a small business owner, creator of music? How can I tokenize this and earn a living off of it from my own work? And it shows.
I'm gonna be honest, I still work 2 jobs outside of this. Like I work at my daughter's school 6 to 8 hours a day, and then I also work as a recording engineer at a recording studio locally. But yeah, you know, like 90% of my money is in XRP already, so it only made sense to like sell my music and my art for XRP. Yeah, so it's you know, has also helped me learn a lot of things on a technical aspect. You know, we were talking about AI music and how AI works into music and stuff like that. But you know, for me, as far as audio and AI audio, I'm not a huge fan. Like I make prompt up like a sample, so I can sample something without, you know, make a sampled beat without worrying about clearing a sample. But other than that, I like to use AI to really just learn. Like, for instance, I paid for the Discord Spiffy Rewards bot. It was supposed to be a website I paid for. I paid somebody 500 XRP, and I waited months and months and months and had like maybe 1 or 2 previews, but this guy never fulfilled this. And it's like me, somebody with no coding skills, zero knowledge of it, like real basic technical standpoint. I figured out how to code a Discord bot with everything I asked for from this guy and more off of AI for like, and if I could teach myself and I could vibe code it off AI in 2 weeks, what have you been doing with the last 6 months with my money? So
yeah, Windows closing for them guys.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, you gotta a lot of people gotta believe in themselves. Like, you know, if you can't figure it out, we're so ground floor on the XRPL. Like, you could figure it out with AI, you could figure it out with Google. Like, it just might take a little bit of work, you know. But
can you speak to the community?
Yeah, just like keep your head down and stay focused and stay working. Have a goal and accomplish that goal, you know, and then write some more down. You know,
do you feel that this community is supportive and helpful when you're trying to learn things? And
100%. Like, I've sent so many DMs about even before, you know, putting music NFTs up or just so many DMs about technical stuff. Like, yo, how does this work? How, you know, I've never been in an NFT space ever before, let alone, you know, like hopping in something new. Like, we don't even have smart contracts yet. You know, like, imagine when we have smart contracts and we could automate some of this stuff. You know, like Dale could automate his prints. You know, he might be able to do it already, but like something along those lines where, you know, it's everything is still ground floor, bare minimum, lots of building to do. You know, like we're building the platform right now. Pretty much.
Can I piggyback on what Spiffy's talking about there? So if you are on the fence about creating on the XRPL or just learning, this is a perfect time to do it because it's still ground floor. Don't get lost on social media land. We all get lost on social media land, but all you see is in your feed, YouTube feed, AI this, create this, or you'll look at X and you'll be inspired by someone, but you put them up on a pedestal per se, and really what you're doing to yourself is you're knocking yourself down. You just don't realize it. We all have so many tools that have been created in the technological landscape. You know, we can connect globally right here, internet, right? We can collab like this and that, country to country. That used to take a long time back in the 90s, man. If you were a 90s artist, you had weeks upon weeks to hear, yes, let's do that. You know, I mean, you couldn't send files through email. It was just like a PDF if you're lucky. So leverage that AI. You Spiffy, you did something in 2 weeks. Right? 2 weeks with your Discord chat box, okay? And more, right? And you learned a small skill.
Oh yeah,
right?
Big skill.
Right, big skill, right? And so it's kind of like let's back up here for a minute. You spent X amount of dollars, $5 on somebody that didn't perform for you. So for $500,
oh, 500 XRP.
That's the key right there.
When it was $1, okay. So I'm just trying to soften the blow.
Man,
like 5 years. You'll be like,
it was $325 when I said
$325. Oh, brutal.
Yeah.
No. Ooh. So okay, so for let's just say a little over $1,500, you got a college level coding education within 2 weeks, and it still continues. Like, folks, it's at our fingertips. And yes, it can be daunting to be here locked in a screen, right? Like, do what Dale does, man. Draw with your feet. Just do something else. Go garden, go garden. Go out in the garden. Go get connected back with nature, whatever.
Let's go.
I think that is awesome because, like, I used to DJ. And one thing I noticed about, through my career as a DJ, nightclubs and seeing performers and all that, it's like we all just Main Street from my perspective. I'm like, on stage, it's like, oh, man, they got to be living the high life. No, man, they still doing 2 jobs. They found a babysitter to give them the discount price because they're doing a show tonight. And the deal was half price plus the T-shirt if they sign it. Right. Like that was the deal, but nobody knows about. Right. So to circle back around. If you are out there and you're watching this Dip a Toe show, dip your toe into the technical space. Do it. Learn. Just learn and grow. It's right here. You're ready. You have not missed this boat. This boat is still being built. So is the dock. The dock is still being built. It doesn't look like it. Just because you can walk on it don't mean it's finished. You know what I mean? So I encourage all of you to post Spiffy and Dale and Precious and Melissa and Opti. The technology is there to help you. The community is there to help you. And these people right here are doing it. All right. I'm off my soapbox, man.
I want to share.
I really do. Props to you, bro. Props to you.
Oh yeah. I mean, I hope I know it's getting late, guys. We got a few more minutes. We are going to have an after space at 10:10 on X. So those of you in the chat, there's 288 people here tonight. I posted the link in the chat to the after space. We'd love for you to join us. I do want to share one of Spiffy's songs. So I'm going to bring that up now. Let me get it bigger so we can all listen to it. And here we go.
Tension on the tape of stretch. Tension on the tape of stretch verse.
About what he's done.
Tension on the tape of stretch verse. Tension on the tape of stretch. Tension on the tape of stretch verse. Tension on the tape of stretch verse.
Paving the lane, I hit the exit when I get the message. Getting stoned like what my future is set in. Cheat codes to the game, I'm button pressing. Exhale the L and keep my head up. Bitch, I need my credit and my debit. Work ethic, don't let up. I've been trying to eat, but I'm fed up. I got them nervous, and I did some soul searching. Wound up dough flirting, found my sole purpose. Now I wish that I could double every dollar I touch. Real hustlers feel like we ain't been hustling enough. Can't get depressed when the pressure builds up. Can't wait to duck off with the bread. But on us they can't cover the spread. They full of lies, they got them buffing their head. You ain't fly, you just stuck on the web. They peep game, seen the threat. Try mimicking the recipe, but they can't mimic what was set for me. This here is destiny.
Tension on the tape of stretch. Tension on the tape of stretch verse. Tension on the tape of stretch verse. Tension on the tape of stretch verse.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Guys.
Man, that's oh wait, Spiff, where you at, man? Like where
I'm
you
right
actually located?
Oh, I'm in born and raised Stockton, California.
Okay.
Yeah, still living here, Armpit of California, right next to Sacramento.
Okay.
About 2 hours, east of San Francisco Bay Area.
Yeah, I was just down there in October, not Stockton, but the Bay Area, like last month. But man, that beat right there, that had like a little bit of like some East Coast feel to it, man. And I missed songs like that as a kid, dude. Like that was music to me back then, man. That was music to me. That was a great song, man. Great song. I just wanted to give you props on that, dude.
I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, heavily inspired by Tribe Called Quest, Jay
yeah,
Dilla,
my dude. Yes,
Pete Rock. Heavily inspired by all that stuff, man. And, that's what I grew up on. That's what I listened to in high school, growing up.
Yep.
So I could get jiggy with some of the new stuff, and given the right circumstance, and I can even rap on those kind of beats if I need to. Sure. But yeah, the boom bap will always have my heart. You know what I mean?
So amen to that, man. I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on
that.
Well,
you definitely have a lot of fans, and shout out to you for creating your own destiny, because that's how I see it, and doing the work. I'm proud of all of it. I always act like the mom and all of this stuff, but I mean, I see you guys as all kids, right? Because I'm older than you, but I'm so damn proud of all of you guys. I really am, because it takes a lot of work and determination to do what you're doing. You're working 2-3 jobs. You're doing this on the back end, but guess what? You're legends. You're going to be here for a long time. This is just the beginning. I do want to go around the room before we end. We got a couple of minutes here with some final thoughts. I mean, anything you want to talk about. If you have questions for each other or whatever, we have about 4 or 5 minutes left. Mm-hmm. So if we want to go around the room.
Real quick, I just want to say thanks to you guys for having us up, and thanks to the art community on XRP. Like Dale mentioned, the fine art community. They recently hit me up and welcomed me, and man, these guys setting the mark and setting the tone for art on the XRPL. It's beautiful. So yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you, bro.
All right. Thank you, Melissa. Everyone, the legends, thank you guys for having me here. Speefy, Dell, everyone. It's great to be here. It's great to share my story. And it's great to still stay up 4 a.m.
My man. Yeah, soldier right there. XRPL soldier right there. Committed, baby. I love it.
Be honest, Presh. How often are you staying up till 3-4 o'clock in the morning?
Oh, you just gonna throw us on.
Tell the truth, because I know me. Like I am like all my as Opti says, my magical internet friends. You guys are all in different parts of the country, and so I'm talking to you, and Simon will be saying like, Melissa, go to bed, because I'll be texting him at 2 o'clock and he's like, what the hell are you doing up? And I'm like, I'm talking to my friends, man. I'm talking to my friends.
Shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for having me here. I'm great to be here.
Oh, yeah. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled that you came. I think you're so talented. I love the one thing also about this community. We're so different, but we're also the same too. And there's all these controversies going on in the world, the Nigerian, and the Christians and all this stuff. And here you are sitting in your gold suit, like telling you, hey, what's up? I got my music on the XRP ledger, you know what I mean? Living the dream, working it, owning it. You know what I'm saying? And this is the world. This is the world we live in. And like I said, I'm so proud of you. Dale, any final thoughts?
Just thanks for inviting us. Thanks to everybody that's come to watch. Can't do this without the audience. I'm glad I got to be up here with Spiffy and Presh, and it was good to have Chris. I'd never really met him before, but it was nice to have him along too. I think it was just good vibes. I'm keen to see your future episodes, and good luck to everybody as well with all the future stuff you're going on. It's nice.
Man, I love it. I didn't even know you guys knew each other.
Yeah, we go way back.
This is so funny because I operate off gut instinct always. And so I will move in different spaces and I'll watch people and I'll learn about them. And I'll say like, oh, I think I would love to have that person. I'd love to have that person. And then I think like, who is going to be magical to bring together in all of it, right? And so I pick you guys all out. And then I'm like, find out you know each other. And I didn't even really realize that you didn't know each other. So I think that's just pretty darn cool.
The XRP isn't as big. It's pretty small. It's I shouldn't know all the rappers on XRP.
Promise.
That is good. No, I will say some your work is some of the greatest. That it intrigues me, for my taste. The time lapsing, just all of the detail, the detail that you show is just incredible. I just,
thank you.
And you had me at feet, so just saying, it's drop with my feet. I got the guy. They got a feet and a mullet. You're on the show. Just saying. This is how we roll on Dip a Toe Show.
On this week's Dip a Toe, believe it or not.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, I want to shout out to the 298 people that are still watching the stream. You guys, I hope you join us in the Afterspace at 10:10. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, guys. We really appreciate you coming. Hope you can join us in the Afterspace. If not, we will see you around the blockchain. Thank you, Simon. Love you, my friend. We will see you guys next time, guys.
Step right up, let's take the dive. Crypto world is coming alive. From XRP to the blockchain beat. Join the crew where pioneers meet. Got builders, dreamers, paving the way. Multi-chain vibes, we're here to stay. Wanna know? Don't wait, let's go. Dip a toe, join the Web3 flow. Take a step, explore the scene. Dip a toe show, living the dream. From the ledger to the stars we climb. Crypto's future, it's our time. Dip a toe, yeah, take that chance. Join the vibe, let's crypto. adopters, they're everywhere. From XRPL to the Web3 wave. Bold moves, only we're here to pay. Melissa and Simon, they light the way. Every week it's a crypto play. Wanna know? Don't wait, let's go. Dip a toe, join the Web3 flow. Take a step, explore the scene. Dip a toe, show, living the dream. From the ledger to the stars we climb. Crypto's future, it's our time. Dip a toe, yeah, take that chance. Join the vibe, let's crypto dance. Let's crypto dance. No advice, just a spark to ignite. Do your research, keep your vision tight. Community strong, we're building the way. Dip a toe show, here to stay. Take a step, explore the scene. Dip a toe show, living the dream. From the ledger to the stars we climb. Crypto's future, it's our time. Dip a toe, yeah, take